That boy bad. That boy bad.
All right, man. So, still sticking with the NFL. Per request, not on the rundown, but apparently it's definitely on his heart to talk about it. I try not to put it on you because I know sometimes you get tired of having like the redundancy of like the Cowboys lost. But this comes as a special request from yours truly, Sedacious. So I'm interested to hear about what do you have to tell the people for the weekly state of the address of the Cowboys Nation, man?
Um, let me just say that we are about 2 weeks in. I mean, 2 weeks away from where it ain't gonna matter what we do. We gonna suck, and this is not gonna be our year. Um, let me just say, Jerry Jones is giving me Vince McMahon vibes, and I don't appreciate it. Um,
What you mean
I
by that?
I feel like Vince McMahon would do anything for the business. And if it's not his way, it's the highway. And it ain't always about change and progress. It's more so about, the bottom line, the dollar, right? And so I don't know, man. I don't know what about Dak Prescott's career that has said to us that he needs to set the tone for how much quarterbacks get paid. But okay, right? And I feel like the only people in the world that do things like that are old and senile people, right? So I'm like, okay, I can't be tripping. And then his son, Steven, is like, well, bro, if you didn't been sipping off the tit your whole life, why would you feel the need to say anything about anything at all, right? But even him, he's older, right? I just, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Uh, I hate riding and dying, and it's mostly dying instead of riding. It's just like, what do you do? You know? But of course, we're riddled with injury right now. That's never an excuse. That happens to teams every year, and it should be a next man up. But the thing is, when your next man up aren't of caliber, what are you to do? So we're 2 weeks away, Cowboy fans, from the Cowboys sucked last season. You know what I mean? So that's all I just want to say. I wanted to get that off. I already know that we in the slums right now. I want to point at Dak Prescott, but I got it 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. Because I already knew the defense was gonna suck. I'm gonna stop blaming the defense. At this point, Dak, you should already know that your defense is gonna suck every year for the rest of your career, and you need to pull us out of these holes. And you need to just go ahead and go win the Super Bowl. Your career ain't set up for you to have complimentary football to win a Super Bowl. You got to find a way to be Peyton Manning, and it ain't looking good for you. So go figure that out. While Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson run amok in the NFL, you go figure yours out, right? Why are we paying you as much as they get paid?
So you said that they have 2 more weeks, and then those 2 weeks they play the Falcons, and then they play the uh, the Philadelphia Eagles. Like you need 2 wins. You need them to at least go 1-1, or is it more so about like an eye test for you, in which you just trying to like see some type of
No, we need 2 wins, and it's really the Philadelphia game itself, because if we can't if we can't handle Philadelphia at the end of the season, it will be Washington and Philly duking it out to see who goes seed, who goes wild card.
Right,
That's how it'll be. That's already how it's looking.
right now, Commanders 6-2, Eagles 5-2, Cowboys 3-4, Giants 2-6 in the NFC East. But the way the Commanders look, I don't think y'all are. It's so funny because like when you talk about respecting the game, you could get on here and talk crazy as if it's already the end of the season, and the end of the season come and things look 1010% completely different, right? And you have to answer to whatever you say now, i.e. Texans, like obviously we look good, but we wasn't winning and leading the division the entirety of the season. We came and stole the division from the Jaguars, and that was just a culmination of just taking it week by week by week. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to write. I know right now it's easy to write y'all off, but for the sake of just respecting the game, I still feel like you still have to like see the entirety of the regular season through.
No, me personally as a Cowboys fan, I don't. I've watched this story too many times to know when I see, because it happens all the time. It's a pattern. The first 6 to 8 weeks of the Cowboys schedule, they either lose they either lose these games to good and bad teams, or they just beat the bad teams and lose to the good teams. Right? It's a mixture of that. But see, the thing is, it never mattered if we would lose to the good and bad teams, or if we would beat the bad teams and lose to the good teams. It never mattered, because as long as we can handle our division, we were okay. Those days are come and gone. And so now, if we can't handle Philly, if we can't finally top Philly, which it don't look like, then it will be up for grabs for the Commanders and the Eagles. And that's just, I'm not like these other Cowboy fans, bro. I know, I've seen the story. I know how all of the story goes since the Romo days, and it's been the same. And it's crazy. I'm starting to feel like a fairy came down and spoke to Stephen A. and was like, "Yo, bro, these Cowboys ain't gonna never be nothing ever again. You can
It's like
continue
it's
with
almost
it."
like it's not trolling anymore. He's just like a
It's
prophet.
right,
Like,
right. Yeah, bro. Like, he's predicting the future. It's like, oh, it's like, oh, their team is stacked. Oh, they're still gonna lose. It's like, oh.